You know, I'm super excited for this episode of CuzWords. What is this, episode 7? I believe this is episode 7.
I can't count
All
high
right,
enough.
no worries. I am one of the hosts, Madison, joined by my co-host.
I'm the other host, Michael.
All right.
We're getting better at these intros.
I got to tell you, man, I really am excited today because what's nice about today is technically Labor Day, right? We weren't able to do something this past weekend. I had a whole anniversary thing, and then Michael's got a whole football thing, right?
It's football season, so like Saturdays, especially the first weekend, like you get to the point where like midway through the season, even if your team's good or they're not good, it's like, we've been watching football now for a while, but like opening weekend football is a special occasion for me every year. And it was opening weekend, so we had to watch some football.
Well, because it's Labor Day, I am working. But it's kind of like a half work. Like I'm half engaged with stuff, but I'm in full on work mode because it's Monday. Because it's a Monday. We're Monday morning, just barely Monday afternoon. This is coming to you at 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
But man, this is the time to do this because I am so engaged right now. I'm ready for conversation.
I need to just leave work midday and come do the podcast at some point during the week.
On Monday,
or just whatever day,
Okay.
Instead of the weekends, but that's really not going to happen. That's especially Mondays. Mondays are like typically my most hectic. Mondays and Fridays are my two most hectic days of the week at work. So there's zero chance we'll get to record on a Monday afternoon after this.
And unfortunately, my schedule is such that I could be anywhere and everywhere on any day of the weekday. Typically Thursdays, it's death by Zoom. I try to push all of my meetings, like my recurring video meetings, to Thursdays. But
you have a lot of like either middle of the night or very early morning Zoom calls because some of the people you're on calls with are not in this part of the world, time zone.
That's true. I do have some folks that I work with over in India, and I've got some folks I work with over in China as well. But Michael came in today covered in scratches, and I go, "What is that?" And he looked at me. He said, "Content."
It's content, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really.
That's what we do now. We'll see each other in the gym or just anywhere, and we'll start talking to each other, and then most of the time it's Madison. He says, "Stop talking. This is content."
Yeah, we got to save it for the podcast. I mean, we may as well, right? We want to make sure that everybody's caught up with us, and that any ribbing we do on each other goes back and forth. But Michael, please, let's get into this.
All right, so this story is really more
head
embarrassing.
Head to toe.
Yeah, my left side is pretty messed up from the about down to the midway to the ankle, the shin, all the way up to my fingertips almost. Just kind of cut up pretty good. Friday night, I was doing my usual thing, working a football game. I was doing sideline reporting. That's where you're on the field with a mic, and we were just in pregame. Game's not even started yet.
This high school game?
Yeah, high school game.
Okay.
I'm having mic issues. I can't really hear my co-commentators, and I'm cutting out. I can tell I'm cutting out as well when I try to talk. So I step over to the side to try and fix my mic, see what the problem is. And I think it was just a reception issue. I think my antenna was messed up on my pack. So I'm fiddling with it. I'm trying to get everything working. And I've stepped off the track right beside the sideline. Like I'm pressed up against the stands pretty much.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the mic pack. I'm not paying any attention to where I am. And once I get it where I think it's starting to work, I'm just going to turn around and head back on the track. The only problem is when I had stepped over to the side, I didn't realize I'd stepped in between the legs of this overturned bench. And so I turn around and I'm not like slowly moving. I'm trying to get back on the track and get back into the action. and get my spot where I want it. So I briskly turn around, and there's nowhere for my leg to go. So I just eat it. I mean, just topple over immediately.
How much gear are you holding?
I'm holding my mic in my right hand and my mic pack in my left hand.
Okay.
And I instinctively turn and like shield them, I guess, the only way I know how to describe it. It didn't really help with the mic pack because I hit on my left side, so it didn't break the mic pack, but you know how like when you drop a thing that's got batteries in it, like the battery case falls off and the batteries explode everywhere.
Sure, yeah.
So that happens, but it didn't break it. And I protect the mic, but man, and where I hit, so there's a track, but beside the track is this like chipped up gravel and asphalt that's not in very good condition.
Oh man.
And I just
so this isn't a rubber track.
I missed the track and I hit beside it, and I can tell obviously immediately like, oh well, that hurt. That didn't feel good, but I don't realize to the extent that I'm bleeding until I start trying to get back up, and I'm trying to get the batteries, and like my hand is just pouring blood. It is like I can't grab the batteries to put them in the pack because they're too slippery.
Oh no!
And my elbow's bleeding. Really, what's weird is my knee was bleeding a lot, and the high school trainer for the football team comes over, and it happened in front of everybody. Like they're all in pregame warm-ups. Thankfully, I was out of the vision of the majority of the crowd, but like everybody on the field could see it happen.
Well, the question, of course, I want to know is it on camera?
I don't think it is. Thankfully,
all that is
I'm sure it'd be funny in the future to look at.
That is going to be disappointing. Yeah.
So they come over, they start to check me out.
But you're good for the most part. This is one of those ropes. Put some dirt on it.
So it's really
walk it off.
The question I have: I was in the middle of a 2.5 day fast when it happened, and I was wondering myself: does fasting make your blood thinner or run more or something? Because like I've cut myself up plenty of times, but I've never really bled that much.
I'm willing to bet
stuff that's not that deep.
So I'm willing to bet that it is. I believe your body's in more of a stasis. Like everything's more balanced when you're fasting. So I think it probably actually helps.
It helps clot it. It helps.
I think it helps in just in general recovery.
Well, it doesn't make. So my knee was bleeding to the point that the trainer thought I might need to go get stitches right then.
Of course, that's what a trainer would say.
But once I cleaned it off, I'm like, man, this is just scraped up bad, but it's not deep at all.
Yeah.
The only deep one I got is somewhat deep on my pinky knuckle, which is rather annoying.
Oh,
to have a deeper cut on your knuckle.
Yeah.
But
how long you had that Band-Aid on for?
This is a fresh one. I just put it on this morning, but
still need the Band-Aid. Can't start airing.
Yeah, everything else I think is fine is scabbed up pretty good and can air out, except for this. This one's still pretty fresh.
Okay, all right.
Because I think it's definitely the deepest one.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. It would.
My pride was hurt a little bit though, because like all these guys, so I get up, they bandage me up, and I'm thinking to myself, hey, I'm good to go. I'm ready to. The show goes on. Let's keep it moving. I try to commentate for like 5 more minutes, and I just start getting dizzy and lightheaded. Like I can barely even stand, and I'm white as a ghost according to what they said. I'm sweating profusely out of nowhere, and I feel like I'm about to throw up. So I went and sat down and got water and was like, I can't continue.
I may be wrong. That may have been a result of the fasting for sure.
I thought it could be that. The only time I ever felt like that was when I had more serious injuries
or something.
No.
Did you tell them you were fasting?
No.
One of the things I might have been okay to mention to the folks assisting you and helping bandage you up and stuff is I haven't eaten in 2 days.
Well, I'd say I wanted to continue the fast.
Oh, did you continue the fast?
Yeah, I continued the fast.
Oh, well, your body went into overtime to probably replenish
Because I didn't think I was that hurt. I was like, man, this is just scrapes and bumps and bruises. It's not that bad. My left wrist is still rather stiff.
Yeah, but you've
might have been a sprain or something.
You've had some serious injuries before. You can tell when this is something that needs more attention.
Yeah, I mean
versus the regular. I'm gonna go cut the air up.
My two worst injuries was tearing my ligaments in my left ankle and then tearing my rotator cuff in my right shoulder.
Okay.
Both those times, the nausea hit real hard, like after the adrenaline wore off. And this didn't feel like that necessarily, but it was similar to it, which is surprising me because it's like, man, it's not that bad. I mean, looking at it days after the fact, it's like, it's not pretty, but it's nothing worse. Like when I cut my finger last year, opening a can of soup, it was like way deeper than this, and I didn't feel nauseated at all. I was just annoyed, but like I thought I was just going to continue on, and then
you're out.
I was almost out on my feet.
Let's see, this was what, Friday, Saturday?
Yeah.
Friday night, yeah. It was a little bit cooler, but still, it's muggy. It's Alabama. It's hot. You're carrying around. You're in a different kind of mindset than you are at home when you're opening up a can, right? You got a job to get done. I can understand you having that work adrenaline flowing. But so what? Did you just tap out for the night?
Yeah, I mean, and it's fun. I told everybody that they're gonna think I faked this because it just so happened that the Auburn game was on at the same time. So it's like, Michael's just trying to get out of doing this so he can go watch an Auburn game. But like the trainer can attest the fact that I was not in good shape. Like I was bleeding a lot, and I tried to continue, and then I was about passed out.
So well, I guess I have to watch Auburn now.
Yeah, and I didn't even really. I mean, I watched them play, but I just really wanted to rest, and I was sleeping during the second half.
So,
like I was just trying to gain some composure.
We'll use this to get into another topic, and it's pretty, being in Alabama, it's pretty relevant. You know me, Michael. I am not a huge sports guy. I don't do a lot of sports, but man, have I been seeing a lot about Alabama dropping the ball. So, briefly, Michael, as somebody that's not a big sports fan, and we're keep it pretty generic, we don't have to get too specific on things. What happened to make all of these memes that I'm seeing all across social media? It's like it's got like Saban with the old Cracker Barrel logo, and then the new coach with the new Cracker Barrel logo. Like what
times they are changing.
What are we seeing here? Are we finally on that? Is it time for a little humility on the?
So for 17 years, Alabama had Nick Saban as their head coach, and in my opinion, Nick Saban is the greatest head football coach at the college ranks of all time.
I don't think there's a lot of people that will debate that.
Some people try to go back in the past and Bear Bryant, other coaches, but I think with the difficulties that Nick Saban faced in the era that he coached in, he's the greatest coach of all time. You go almost 2 decades with that, there's nobody that can replace that. So I don't care how good the good coach could be, he's not going to see any kind of success that equates to that, and it's going to take him a while to even get to whatever success that he can achieve.
This is the same coach they had last year?
Yes.
Okay. But and I guess there was still a little bit of Saban remnants.
Yeah.
And then every year after, we're gonna lose some.
And I don't know if it's going to get worse for him or he just has to make the program his own, and it can get better. And this is just a down year. But I will say this one thing about Kalen DeBoer's the head coach at Alabama now. I will say one thing about his tenure compared to Nick Saban's. In Kalen DeBoer's, I believe this was his 14th game as Alabama's head coach. He had 13 games last year in the season opener this year. In every single one of his games, Alabama has been penalized more than the other team. That is not something that you saw under Nick Saban. His teams were well disciplined. Sure, they commit penalties, but they were playing hard-nosed football in a legal sense. Alabama's just an undisciplined football team, and penalties will lose you football games, especially a copious amount of them, or just bad 15-yard type of penalties that extend drives.
Do you think that's what a lot of it's coming down to? Is just this the lack of discipline?
I think they're talented. I just think they're undisciplined.
High school kids coming out on the college thing, trying to get away with things they used to.
Yeah, I mean, so part of that is the game has changed. I mean, these are basically professional athletes now. They're getting paid. You know, you can argue about whether coaches paid players in the past, but it is all out in the open now. I mean, we know that all of these guys are getting paid, that their loyalty is to the dollar bill and not to the school that they go to, and wanting to win for that logo on their jersey.
And to catch some folks up in case they're not big sports guys. This has to do with that NIL stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So a couple of years back, it was some of the rules were changed to where college football players could get sponsorship deals, where before that was not an option. It was happening somewhat, but it was a lot of under the table stuff. And Michael's nodding his head over here because he forgets this is an audio only podcast.
Hey, I'm just doing the same thing. My dad commentated a football game with me not too long ago. Actually, I needed somebody to fill in at the station, and he said he'd do it. So me and my dad called a football game together, and I was the obviously the lead on the broadcast, but I was setting the scene, and I was like, hey, that was a great run there by so and so. Dad, can you tell me what you saw to set up that play? What made that play good? And he just turned around, he looked at me, and nodded his head.
Yeah,
and I just sat there waiting for him to. Say words after I'd set him up, and then I was like, all right, Dad, thanks for that.
So it's funny because so my girlfriend and I, we had our 1 year anniversary that we celebrated on Saturday. So we were kind of out and about doing anniversary celebration stuff, and big milestone for Madison, by the way. That's the longest relationship I've ever been in. Not something to really brag about, but I think it's clearly something going pretty well. But Sunday, like, we're seeing all this stuff on Facebook about Alabama. We go, and I said, well, we should call somebody to figure out what's going on. And she goes, well, we can call my brother. And we end up calling her brother, and her brother seemed so distraught. He said, Yeah, we sucked.
How old is her brother, might I ask?
Her brother, I believe he is 3 years, so he'd be 28.
So he still has a perspective of an Alabama that wasn't, the best program in the country. I mean, if he's 28, and that would put him being born around 1997.
Yeah, something like that.
So he was probably about 10 or so when Nick Saban went to Alabama.
But even still, a lot of the majority of his time, he's not. They're certainly not used to the losing. But he was like, he didn't want to talk about it. He's like, why would you even bring that up? I was trying to forget. One thing I've always been a little bit jealous of for people that are big sports fans is their emotional attachments to the team. I feel like I don't get that emotionally attached to. For some people, their emotional attachment is their whole life to their sports team, and I don't get that level of emotional attachment to anything really. And
what about Domino's Pizza?
There's an emotional attachment there, but I tell you, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry over it. I ordered a Domino's Pizza the other night. First time in a long time they got my order wrong. Ordered a double pepperoni. What showed up was a cheese pizza. And I can tell you, I wasn't happy about it. But this wasn't Alabama losing the Iron Bowl level of upset. But, I mean, I would say that's the Domino's Pizza equivalent. I went and I picked this thing up. Like this was not a delivery. This isn't something they're gonna. I'd have to go back to the store and go get that. But
I think for a lot of fandom is what culture you surrounded yourself with, or some people don't choose it; they're just born into it. But how does your family, how do your friends react to whatever entertainment or sports that they enjoy? And I feel like my fandom helped because I was born into a predominantly Auburn family, and so Auburn was just kind of that. But then it grew based on going to school and seeing both how Auburn people reacted, but also the juxtaposition and the difference of how Alabama people were. That's what grew. I wanted to be on the opposite side of watching how Alabama people reacted to if I had just grown up in a purely Auburn centric and never saw the opposite side, I don't know if my fandom would be as high. But I saw the negative aspects of Alabama fans, and I wanted to not be that. That probably, but it's all about whatever environment you grow up in. Like if you grow up in a household that only cares about hockey, you're not going to have any sort of care of college football. Or you grow up in a family that's just worker bees, you're not going to care about sports practically because you're not even going to give yourself the free time to want to do that. It's just all about the environment you grow up in.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's definitely that primal drive. It's like my clan's better than your clan.
Mm-hmm.
Beat my chest, want to flex on you type of deal. It's
that's why it's amazing to me that
and can I, if I'm being honest with you, that's why a lot of this NIL stuff kind of killed it for me.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help.
Whatever was there, now it's just, to me, it's just, okay, which team can get the better sponsorships for their players so their players can make more money and come play for it. So it's just now it's just NFL.
Yeah, I mean, right? Especially now you don't even when NIL first came out, it was at least this there was this middleman of we have a collective and we have to get marketing and sponsorship deals to pay the players. The university can't pay them directly. Well, with the most recent ruling, as of August the 1st, universities can just directly pay players.
Okay,
so it's even.
Tell me then, how do we get from universities pay players? I mean, where then do you get this? Used to be before all the NIL stuff, it was I want to go play for this team because I'm a fan of this team. Now the players are I want to play for this team because they pay me the most amount of money. So where does that sense of emotional connection come to the players out on the field? I mean, does it just come down to, well, my alumni was able to secure more money so that we could have the best players? I don't know. To me, it just doesn't. There's a disconnect there.
Well,
whatever I had for college football before, now I feel it's just kind of been stomped into the ground.
I think
with the NIL stuff.
For the players that are on the field, they don't have the pride that that the fan base has for the rivalries and for their school winning. I mean, they're out there to make money, to try to better their prospects for the NFL, which was always what it was even before NIL. I mean, Nick Saban talked about it all the time when he was recruiting. His biggest recruiting pitch was, I'm not bringing you to Alabama because you love Alabama. I'm bringing you to Alabama because I foster the best environment to put you in the NFL. That's why you should come to Alabama. I'm going to coach you up, train you, make you better to the point where it's undeniable that the NFL wants to draft you, and I'm building your future here. That's why you should come to Alabama. So that's always been the case even before. I mean, the difference, or the thing that hasn't changed, is you and I, or the students that are there now. Most of them went to the school they went to because that was the school they liked the most. They weren't someone that's going to the NFL. They went to that school because of what degrees they offered, because of the family they grew up in, because of the proximity to home, whatever the reason. They picked that school for a reason.
Right.
So they still have that school pride. So that's the thing that won't change in the sense of fandom is the people that are there and the alumni. They still want their schools to win. But you know now, however, the players on the field, they don't even understand the rivalries. Like coaches back in the day didn't have to do like these let me catch you up to date on who our rivals are that they have to do now. They have to explain to players like this is who our fans really want us to beat and this is who they don't really care about. You didn't have to explain that to players back in the day. But now players are going to schools having no clue anything about the school. I mean, heck, you've got with NIL and the fact that players can have agents, you will have a player that's never stepped foot on a campus that will sign with a school just because they offered them the most money.
Sure.
The first time they ever go to that school is after they've signed their contract basically with that school. And, hey, this is where I'm going to be now, at least for the next year, having never stepped foot on that campus. That's something that would have never happened pre-NIL because you had to bring a player on campus just to prove to them that's where they should come to that school. Now they don't care anymore as long as they get the money.
It's different now, for sure.
And that's across all college sports, not just football. Football is the one that spurned all this change, but it's just one sport. All the other sports are impacted by it.
So Alabama, in case the listeners don't know, Alabama does not have an NFL team.
Yeah.
We, our whole focus is college football. I mean, there are people that do keep up with the NFL in Alabama, but I would say that there are probably more people that follow college football and don't care anything about NFL than there are folks that follow NFL and don't care anything about college football.
I mean, NFL is still number one around the country. It's still huge.
That is going to lead to us having more money thrown at our college teams here in Alabama than other states are willing to throw at it. I do understand though that NFL teams are more of a private. It's more of a privately owned deal, if I'm not mistaken. Like teams have owners and those owners, I mean, they secure their money through licensing and yada yada. I don't know the full breakdown of the business model, but do you think that that's just gonna funnel more people back into the South, back into the Southeast, as opposed to wanting to go to other schools? What has been your take, especially after this last recruiting season, maybe into last year? Do you see a lot more people coming to the South because that's where all the money is being thrown at college football?
It just depends upon who's backing which program. I mean, there's obviously a lot of money for certain Texas schools. They've got huge donor dollars. I mean, Auburn. If we're going to talk about Auburn, they have the potential to do so. I mean, you think about some of the alumni from Auburn, Tim Cook. I mean, if he decided on a whim, hey, I want Auburn football to be the best program in the country, and I'm going to put X amount of dollars, he could probably outbid a lot of other donors around the country for whatever he wanted to generate money for, whether it's players, whether it's facilities.
We're talking about the CEO of Apple?
Yeah.
Tim Cook? Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure he makes a lot of money. I don't know how much of Apple's money is his money, but
yeah, but he's got to be up there. I'm
sure, yeah.
But it just depends upon what your interest is. Like right now, Michigan is doing very, very well because you've got two guys in particular that really want Michigan to win right now. It's Dave Portnoy, the CEO of Barstool Sports, and I forget his name right now, but he is the founder of Oracle, and his girlfriend, I guess soon-to-be wife, is a Michigan alum. So he is putting – those two guys combined are doing everything they can to make Michigan great right now at college football. You've got Phil Knight at Oregon. He's the head of Nike.
Do you think this is going to result in me getting more mail spam to donate to college or to back to Auburn in college athletics?
Not really, because I mean, you're going to get the same amount that you probably already do because, all right, so they know that the typical alumni probably whatever the average salary of an Auburn graduate is probably good, but it's not that you got to find the multimillionaires that are willing to fork out just tremendous amounts of money. Like recently, Kansas football had a $300 million donation for its football program. I mean, Kansas has always been known as a basketball school, but just you find that one person that says, you know what, I want Kansas to be good at football. Here's $300 million. You use it for facilities, whatever you need. In the next couple of years, once Kansas has put that money into whatever it wants to improve the program, you may see Kansas competing for a national championship just based on that one donation. That's all you get. Any of these programs around the country could get that all of a sudden and become great until that money runs out.
Well, I know. I mean, I'm looking at our timestamp here. We have certainly spent a little bit talking about football.
This is the first time we've gone into sport, and I told you like the episodes could get.
I know they could
turn into infinity symbols when you start talking sports.
I know
the timestamp.
That's what you like to talk about. I want to bring up something that happened to me last week.
Right.
I had two of my sales folks. One that was visiting down from Ohio. She wanted to. She recently moved up to Ohio. She got married up there, and had and moved away from Alabama. But she's doing her own thing. She's working the door to door sales up there for us. And one thing that she'd always really wanted to do when she was in Alabama that she never did. She forced me, and with the help of another one of the sales reps that was down here, I was told there would be food. This is what I was told.
That's all that you were told?
This was on Wednesday. They said, we want to surprise you. We're going to go to a place with some food. And, I mean, that's usually enough, right, to get me to go somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like, there's
that
going to
works
be
for
food.
Giddens.
There's going to be food there. So there was food. We stopped for food. But then after food, we went to Skybar.
Oh, so you went to Auburn?
We went to Auburn.
Where'd you get food?
I can't remember the name of the place, but it was
it IBS?
No, it was I did see that. That's up on the strip. It was someplace in Opelika. I can't remember the name of it.
I love asking that question to people that aren't familiar with.
Yeah,
Auburn.
But evidently, I think
the food places.
I believe that's a chain, but it was some really fancy kind of foodie place. You know me, I'm a quantity over quality guy. And, but
Acre.
No, but it was a place like that. It was kind of a place like
Hamilton's.
That. I know we can sit here and list off a bunch of places, but man, I did not want to go to Skybar. You want to know what I did?
What?
And this is look, I've done the Skybar thing. Skybar, old stomping grounds. It's great. There's not much to do there if you're not going to drink and you're single. That's my take on Skybar. And I'm sorry.
You said the opposite.
I said the opposite.
I was like, no, that's prime time to go to Skybar.
No, if you are going to drink and you are single, no, there's not much to do if you're not going to drink and you're in a relationship.
Yeah,
that's what I meant to say.
I was like,
and so I went in. I walked in the door. I got my stamp on the wrist because it's a bit of a clubbish environment. And then I went out on the porch and I sat down in a chair until they were ready to leave.
That is old man behavior at its finest, and I approve.
Yeah. Guess what, man? I got caught up on emails. It was. I mean, not the ideal environment for emails, but I mean, there was some good email work that I got done there. My sales rep, she's a little bit younger and so she was able to kind of mix and mingle with the group, or with the all the fraternity and sorority folks that were out at Skybar on a Wednesday night.
Of course, I'm not frequenting Auburn like I used to be, but it's my understanding now that Sky is not the hot spot. Northeastern is the hot spot in Auburn. Yeah, right?
I
Isn't
believe,
that what it's called?
I believe it's one of those directions, but I want to say it's like southeastern.
Southeastern, northwestern. I'm too old to.
It wasn't there.
If I asked to go there, they give me the opposite direction.
It wasn't there when we were there, but I tell you what,
it was the Q, wasn't it? Was that what it?
Right next door? No, I think it was. I don't remember what it was. It was like, you got Skybar, then you got like Moe's. Yeah. And then it's whatever was over here. If I remember right, there was like, it's like, is that where the Vault was?
Maybe.
But I kind of think the Vault was where Whataburger is now.
I don't know. Every time I go now, it's like Aladdin starts playing in my head.
Aladdin?
Yeah. A whole new world.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like like downtown just looks.
Everything's
so different.
There's a Target downtown now. It's wild. Straight up, just a Target.
Is it like a Target that's got like a parking deck Target? Like some Targets have their own parking decks.
I don't think it's got its own parking deck. But it's just. I
haven't seen them construction for a Target the last time I went to Auburn. I had no idea.
Yeah. There's a whole Target in the middle of downtown Auburn. It's wild. Yeah, no, the place has changed like crazy. I mean, I remember even when I was younger, we'd go to an Auburn game or something with the family, and my dad would be like, "Oh, this used to be that, and this used to be that," and now it's.
Now you do the same thing.
Not really, because you know me, I don't remember directions at all. But I can tell you this: I got so lost. Like we're driving around. I'm not driving. I got kidnapped. I mean, that's the best way to put it. Is
for food.
I was taken to Skybar against my will. Definitely sat outside. Didn't do a lot. But my two sales reps had a fun time, so that was good. But yeah, man, Auburn's changed.
These parts of it are still the same. Like you head down College Street towards South College, I guess, heading out towards the interstate and Walmart and everything out there. That still feels the same to me. That still feels like the Auburn I remember.
Yeah, well, but
downtown is totally different.
It is. Yeah.
So I can still get a little of that nostalgia if I leave downtown and I head towards parts of campus. I head towards like the fraternity, Old Row, New Row.
Yeah.
I head down South College and head towards like Wire Road and the intramural fields. Like all that still feels the same at least. But
one day we'll have to get into some of your stories from college. You've got some fun ones. I mean, maybe
fun is a word.
Maybe you don't want to share, but they'd be fun for the listeners. There's no doubt.
I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know if I remember them.
I can begin with your 21st birthday.
That's not even a fun story.
That's a fun story.
It's just a dumb story.
It's a dumb fun story. Yeah, that's so it's Michael's 21st birthday. He's so hyped. He's like, finally, I can drink now that he hadn't been drinking already. But
yeah, I don't understand. Like you're in a college town, and you're like, oh, I can finally drink, and it's like, man, everybody's been drinking since the second they got there, practically.
I know, but it's your day. You're
if you hadn't been drinking already, before
so excited to drink, and then he's like, we're gonna meet at your apartment. We're gonna pregame. Then we're gonna go out, and we pregamed, and then Michael, with that his lack
I played a full game.
With his lack of self-control, just I don't remember exactly what it was. Maybe Jack, probably R&R. You seem to be a big fan of that one. Drink like half a bottle of and what's this? I'm not a big drinker. What's the size that's like this one?
I don't think I had that much of a handle.
Handle.
Yeah, I would call that amount with my hands a handle.
Yeah, well, you drink about half. And passed out on my floor. And that was his 21st birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. That was super memorable. We totally went out and had a great time.
I think I dreamed a good time.
Well, oh, yeah, no, we gotta wait till we got the camera rig for some of these other ones. Like the facial expressions are a big part of your stories there. And what we ought to do is we ought to get some of the for those days. We need to get some of the some guests on. I think we could get a take.
They could provide some insight into some of the stories, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Different guests could.
Yeah.
The fun thing about I would consider myself a sheltered kid, and so you get to a point where you're not sheltered anymore.
Yeah.
And you decide you can either turtle back in your shell,
like lean into the shell,
or you can say, "Hey, I want to see what is out there," and I definitely did the latter.
Yeah,
too much. Probably should have stayed in that shell a little bit. But you learn from your mistakes, and I made quite a few.
But that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, we all do.
Yeah, you grew up, and you left all that behind you. You've certainly settled down.
I hope so. I mean, at any moment now, I may get a call that it's time to go to the doctor, and I hope I'm not passed out on the floor somewhere.
That'd be some great content if you got that phone call in the middle of recording. Well, got to go have a baby. I guess we're cutting it short.
Oh, what's my phone's ringing right now? Hello? No, my car is not under an extended warranty. Thank you very much. Was that believable?
That was believable enough. Yeah. No, I'm excited. I really am. And you still don't know what it is. You don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Probably the next time we record, you will know.
Maybe.
Hopefully. There's a good chance. Well, I mean, you say hopefully, but she could still be.
Baby might be on the next episode.
He or she could still be bacon. We don't know.
Or it could be right here, baby in my lap. Baby's first words.
Probably not a great idea.
Hello and welcome to CuzWords.
Yeah, I doubt that the babies could be able to talk at that point.
Super genius baby.
Super genius baby? Okay, well, we need to figure out who the actual father is, if that's the case.
And the actual mother is too.
Oh, I think your wife's pretty smart.
No, she's definitely smart.
I think that's why I have hope for this kid.
But, it's not going to be a super genius baby. I can tell you that right now. With the two of us combined.
It's probably pretty musically gifted, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are both good with
that. Gifted is the key word there.
That joke would have played well 15 years ago.
What's wrong with that joke now?
Gifted doesn't mean what it used to mean.
What does it mean now?
Well, it doesn't. It had like a double meaning back 15 years ago.
It doesn't still?
No. Now I believe the term is specially abled.
Specially abled?
Yeah.
You can't say somebody's musically specially abled.
I don't know if we're following on the same track here.
It's because I'm too gifted.
Are you gonna have? Is your mom gonna? You gonna have your child learn piano from your mother? I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of surprised that you never went down that route. I don't know.
She tried.
I know. Yeah. I mean, I believe she did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have probably been pretty good with that. You got any regrets on that end?
No regrets.
No. You're good with your euphonium.
My what?
No. What would you in marching band? What was it?
Oh, so in band I started on saxophone, and then I went to baritone.
Baritone, and then or euphonium.
Is that just an overall term for?
Euphonium is the concert version, and I believe baritone is the.
I did march version. 1 year with the concert version because we were out of the marching versions.
Yeah.
Nobody called it a euphonium though.
Really?
No.
Okay.
It looked like an enlarged French horn. But it was a concert baritone, and I actually enjoyed marching with it. I felt special out there.
Yeah, There's a picture.
Gifted. I'm sorry.
Or it's not even a picture. It's a button. There's a button on an apron in the kitchen of you holding your concert baritone.
Oh, is that the one I'm also in my football uniform?
I don't think so.
I love that picture. I look so unhappy. Like,
yeah, I was going to bring that up.
It's like, it is, I remember that when we took those pictures that day, it was so hot out there. It was so, I mean, it had to have been like 150 degrees outside. And we're having to do all our band pictures, and I'm the only person in the band that's also playing football. So I have to switch out between my band uniform and my football jersey, pads, everything, helmet, and I'm taking pictures for both. And Mom was like, it'd be a great idea to take a football picture with your baritone, like after I'm already so tired of taking pictures, and I'm just sitting there with just the maddest look on my face.
Oh yeah,
holding the baritone in my football pads.
That level, that Michael, that straight Michael, just I don't want to be here.
I don't know,
but I'm forced to comply. Level of just discomfort look on your face. Oh yeah. Oh no, I know it well.
And I had like this awful long hair bowl cut look.
Yes,
going on.
Yes, you did.
100%
you did.
It's just a great picture. It's fantastic.
Oh, listen, your mother's house, your mother and father's house is not lacking in entertaining pictures. You have
I know one in particular.
Some of the funniest and somehow scariest photos.
I'm sure one is the blue shirt buttoned up with the mic.
Yeah, no, we were. Did we talk about this on?
Oh, every before? Time I go over there,
I think we may have
wifey and her sister bring it up.
So it's prominently displayed in a hallway, and my girlfriend was with me earlier this summer, and we were walking down that hallway, and we're just walking past, and we're just kind of showed around your parents' place, and she walks past that. And then she stops. She looks at me, and then she like takes 2 steps back, and then looks to her right where where that picture is displayed, and she goes, "This is a creepy photo. Like, this is like, who is this for?"
and it used to be hanging up in the living room.
So that yeah. Well, so to kind of describe what this photo is, it's like it is Michael holding a microphone with a seductive look, and he's like
seductive. It's like half seductive, but half like serial killer look.
Yeah,
like I don't know what kind of face.
His head is tilted down at like a 45-degree angle to the ground, and he's just looking up, and he's got the microphone in his hand, and he's wearing this like blue silk shirt, and his hair is like it's like greased up. And it's kind of like spiked up a little bit.
That's probably just because I hadn't washed it.
Yeah, and man, what a photo!
It's great. It's the stuff of dreams.
But yeah, nightmares. No, this photo for the longest time. I mean, I'm guessing your mom moved it because it was so. Just like she probably received a lot of comments about it, but it was like the centerpiece of the living room.
Yeah. It's bad. It's bad. And there's other ones too. It's like you said, that's not the only one. That one's just the icing on top. My favorite one that I messed with when I was younger was the one of me as a baby that's just outside the hallway bathroom.
Yeah.
And I drew a Hitler mustache and taped it to it, and it stayed there for a little while before Mom noticed it.
Oh, I've messed with some of the photos too, because there's also a stairwell that
is no longer there.
I know.
But it used to be.
There used
littered
to be so many. There was
pictures.
Probably 100. Like, think about like wallet-sized photo. Or no. Like somewhere between wallet-sized and like cell phone-sized photos.
It was a full collage,
and probably more than hundreds. I mean, there's probably 1,000 photos going down that staircase. I remember one time, in my teenage years. I don't know if your mom ever caught it or whatever happened, but astronaut sloth. I threw the astronaut. I printed out the astronaut sloth and threw it up on that wall. Are you familiar with the astronaut sloth?
Yeah. When and what? Like in
the hallway in the stairwell, going down the stairs.
I never. How long was it there? I never saw it.
It was there for at least a year. I mean, I know because every time I'd go, I'd laugh. I'd subtly laugh to myself. I used to enjoy that, and that was a popular meme for a bit. And I used to really enjoy the doing some astronaut sloth stuff. Like one of my roommates in college, going back to Auburn, I guess. But we one time he wasn't around. He left his wallet sitting out on the kitchen table. You remember what's a good name for him? Don't want to say it, but the guy that was...
You should, instead of coming up with a nickname for him, tell me the location at where he was your roommate. You can say the name
I'm trying to remember the name of the apartment building.
It
was my first apartment.
Was it the Garden District?
No, the other one.
Oh, the Reserve?
The Reserve. Yeah, you remember who was there? Who my roommate was? Yeah. He left his wallet sitting there. I took his ID out of his wallet. I photocopied it. I cropped in the astronaut sloth. And then it was behind plastic, right? It was behind plastic. And then I taped it around and slid it back into the plastic. He told me next time he went to the bar, he showed him his ID. and they looked at it like, what?
What was his reaction when he got back with it?
He's like, I mean, listen, we had a fun, well, it was fun for me. That guy did not have a very good sense of humor, to say the least. But he also wasn't gonna do anything about it. You know, he's not like
that guy. There was one thing that made him laugh. Do you remember? Genuinely, consistently made him laugh. It was a TV show. Do you remember what TV show that was? About every time I was over at your apartment, he was there. He wanted to watch it with me.
Yeah, is it the same show I'm thinking of as the was it Catfish?
Yes.
Yeah,
the MTV's Catfish. He loved that show.
Yeah.
He was like, what? It didn't matter. We could have been over there doing whatever. He walks in the apartment. He's like, let's watch Catfish.
Yeah. No, and I think he just liked it. It's like, 'cause it was something to something to watch with folks, but man,
nothing else, just Catfish.
Yeah. He liked some Catfish. But I also like that guy. Oh, I got so many things I could say about him, but I'm not going to. He was a troubled person. I just think he had I hope he's found happiness, because I don't think he was a very happy person.
Of course, in terms of your roommates, there's one memory that tops all memories, and that was with your other roommate at the Garden District.
Oh man, yeah.
When we were hanging out, we were doing the popular thing. I think it's still popular, but it was going through a really popular phase at that time, where it was you get on Omegle and meet strangers.
Yep.
And we were doing that one night, and
it was me, Michael, and my roommate at the time, who well, he had some identity issues, and not in the way that are popular today, but in the way that what's
how do you tell this? It's great. You need to tell this story, but I don't know how you tell this story.
I don't. So my roommate was a white guy, and he didn't think he was a white guy. He just genuinely refused to accept. Are you familiar with you know who Nuka Zeus is?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, this guy just refused. He would be insulted if you called him white, and he would just casually throw around the word that white people aren't supposed to say, like it was nothing. And he's like, I can get away with it because I'm actually that. I'm like, okay. So we get on Omegle. I don't know, Michael. You were telling the story. This is if you want to pick it up. I think I've said enough context.
We're just scrolling through strangers, and we land on a guy that's.
Oh, let's also mention that he's also down about 3-4 locos at this point.
Yeah. And we land on a young gentleman of African American descent, and they start getting into it, and I don't remember exactly what they were initially arguing about, but they get into sort of a screaming match.
And I'm talking, and we're not just talking like playful, like he was getting heated.
Yes.
Over some random guy on Omegle.
And something was said about him being blacker than the guy we were on Omegle with, and the guy said, "You ain't black, you're white." And Madison's roommate said, "What? You think just because I'm white that I ain't black?" And that's verbatim. Like,
and it's unfortunate because Michael would get accused of the proper emphasis on the story, and a lot of the funny part, and I'm sure it's ingrained in Michael's memory like it is mine, but the way he said it, and
he was
the,
so sincere,
the inflection in his voice, he was like, I mean, he said it like he was so certain of himself that he just like won up to this dude, and and he just like outbrothered him or something.
It was like closing the book on the argument. Like, there's like, this is the definitive statement to end all statements. Like, he has no rebuttal. You think because I'm white that I ain't black?
Still, you can't do it justice. Oh,
and I mean, both of us at that point were just down for the count. I think I needed resuscitation from losing oxygen from laughing nonstop for 10 minutes, and like we're both dying of laughter, and he's mad, he's angry. So I think like us laughing made him angrier.
No,
but he wasn't getting mad at us. He just kept getting madder at the dude on Omegle.
Or he thought that like our laughter was like proof that he just won. It's like, oh, like we're in the background, like, damn, he got you.
Oh, do I have to bleep that? Is that a cuss word?
That's
a minor cuss word.
That one will probably be okay. Yeah, it'll get. We
would have definitely had to bleep him.
Oh, dude, yeah, we wouldn't have. Yeah, if we told the full of everything that he's. No, yeah. God, what a fun memory. That's man. It's there's not too many things about Auburn that stick out too much. I, to be honest, didn't have the most fun in Auburn. I think you did quite a bit of exploring yourself out in Auburn. I think I did all mine in Colorado. Really, I was but that was a part of it.
You're dealing with health issues.
All those damn migraines.
Yeah. At Auburn more so, which got better under control in Colorado.
It got I had to learn how to do some meditation and learn how to relax. I was so twisted up tight, and then also identifying the migraine triggers for sure. Man, I know we're coming up on an hour. You wanna cut it there? I don't know if we can follow up with. I mean, it'd be like trying to follow up Nick Saban being the next head coach after that joke. After that last story.
You don't follow.
What? Just because I'm white means I ain't black?
I'm trying to come up with his his code name.
What would we call it? The code name?
We can call the other roommate Catfish.
Yeah, we could call him, but I don't imagine that they're going to come up too often enough where it matters. We just call him. We call him the roommate. That works. You know, we gotta assign nicknames to folks that are going to come up with a lot of stories.
They will not be guests on the
No,
podcast.
No, I have no idea what those guys are up to. But it's been there's a lot going on. I mean, I like this. If nothing else, we don't get a lot of viewers. At least we're documenting this stuff.
I think I know what both of them are doing right now, actually. One of them is watching reruns of Catfish.
Okay.
And the other one is arguing with people on Omegle about whether or not he is of a certain race.
Yes.
That is what the two of them are doing right now.
Ooh. Yeah. That's a fun thought to think of. They're just the exact same person that they were when we knew them. Well, guys, I guess stay tuned. Next episode, we're probably gonna have. There's probably gonna be a new Giddens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, appreciate you guys tuning in today.
Last, you got to give your final, guess, like date and time and gender, so it's on record.
What kind of rules we playing by?
What do you mean?
I mean, it's like Price is Right rules. Would it be better if you went first?
I'm not. I have too much inside information.
You have too much inside information?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to know about your inside information.
Well, I'm just saying, I've been privy to
I'm thinking,
what's going on, so I shouldn't be allowed to.
What's today?
Guess.
Today's the September 1st,
Yeah.
right? That probably, I'm willing to bet, because you came out today, we're at least 3 days away.
So are you guessing September the 4th?
Which is technically the due date.
No, September 5th is the due date.
Oh, okay. 4th, okay. 4th probably seems, is it between the 4th and the 7th?
Which day would you pick between those?
Man, let's do. Tell you what, I'm gonna actually push it back a little bit, because you also got to give, sometimes it takes a minute once the process gets started, right?
I've heard that the first one
could take a little bit longer.
Yeah, because it's
bodies.
the first time the body's ever done that. So.
Okay. I'm gonna go September 6th. 9 p.m.
9 p.m. September 6th, boy, girl.
You never answered me. Has she been growing more facial hair?
No.
Girl.
September 6th, 9 p.m. girl.
Yeah.
I think there's been more boy guesses than girl guesses.
And I don't want to say specifically 9 p.m. I want to say the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
For most people, I haven't even been doing like exact time, more so like morning, afternoon, night, middle of night.
Oh no, so Celia's gonna be night.
You're going.
She's not gonna. It's not gonna be during the day.
I think you're the only person so far that's put September 6th as their day.
Yeah, I was also told. I was also told that there's a full moon coming up, and
that full moon is the 7th.
And evidently that's a thing, and that for some reason babies like to time themselves around the full moon.
So it could be the 7th. There's been a few September 7th guesses so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm saying...
But babies also come at other times, too.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's what I asked the nurses that have worked in labor and delivery. They were like, babies come near full moon. I'm like, so you're saying you guys just don't have to work except one day every few weeks? Like...
Yeah, no.
No, we have to be at work every day. Okay,
yeah.
So babies come other days too?
Yeah. I will say this: Celia seems to be pretty in tune with nature, and I imagine that whatever that full moon thing is has to do with some remnants of our pre-modern era, something. Had to,
Pre smartphone
she spent a lot of time.
radiation.
She spent time outside, barefoot in the grass. She sink
I
her.
don't know how barefoot she is.
She sink her electrons into
she loves
into
being
Earth
outside.
or whatever, however that works.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not. She loves outdoors.
What kind of food has she been craving?
Popcorn.
I'm going girl. I think it's girl. I think you're gonna have a daughter, and I think that's gonna be wild.
Yeah, but in this day and age, my daughter could decide that she wants to be a boy when she's like 5.
Not if your wife has anything to say about it.
Not if I have anything to say about it either.
Oh, what are you gonna do,
No.
bro? Let me tell you this.
You got to take the child to the doctor to get the stuff done to them to change their gender, and
Not now,
I'm not going to give. Yeah, I have to go even farther. I have to go out of the state, and I'm not making that trip. So.
Let me tell you this. I think that if it's a girl, she's gonna be so spoiled by you. She's gonna bat her eyes. She's gonna get whatever she wants out of you.
Probably,
and your wife's gonna hate it. But I'm excited. I really am. I think I was afraid. I mean, there were points where I was like, "Oh, is there going to be another generation of us?" I mean, are we the getting stop here? So
it's kind of crazy. If you go back like 5, 10, really 10 years, definitely 10 years. You go back 10 years and be like, out of our generation of Giddens, I'm going to be the first one that has offspring. That would have been the most hilarious claim.
You are the oldest.
But like state of life, prospects.
Yeah.
That would have been laughable. And here we are.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Here any minute. Bubba Bo Giddens.
What a beautiful daughter's name. Yeah. Well, we'll see how it plays out. We still gotta come in and record. We got our listeners, man. They're gonna want to know. They want to know how it's going. And I think it'll be fun to track the progress, what it's like, things you weren't expecting, things you were expecting.
I should keep a counter in the nursery of how many diapers I've changed.
Yeah.
Like get like some sort of digital sign reader and just update it.
Or, I mean, you could just do one of them stop things that they do for laps.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just have the total. That seems like something you do. You're gonna have 7 different brands of diapers and then roll the dice, or I guess 6. And, well, listeners don't know about your obsession with rolling dice. We'll talk about that.
Not
random
just
number
rolling
generator.
Like actual dice, but yeah, like just
like a random number generator.
Randomness is on less important things. I like to leave it up to random chance. But I think on taking care of a baby, I'll lock in a little bit better.
Well, this is right around my lunch break, and you're totally off today. That's nice. So I'll let you get.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the gym, unless wifey calls and says, "Hey, we gotta go somewhere else."
Yeah. So I guess that wraps up episode 7. CuzWords.
Episode 7. We are getting pretty close to maybe releasing some of these.
I think we want to do another 3, or we want to just do the 2. We'll have to talk about it. We'll have an answer for you on the next episode, listeners.
Which will then be released after that episode.
Right, yeah. So stay tuned. That way you'll know when you'll get to hear it next.